coming in here for Five Below looking to spend 45 bucks on something. Now they may spend 45 bucks in the store on a whole bunch of things, but they don't want to spend 45 bucks on one thing. I mean, that they get you with them little, like the multitude of what you can get for about $5 or $10 or whatever, right? Yeah, sometimes it's stuff that should be not be $5 though. Right. Yeah, well, I agree too. And you got to stay out of the candy area. I don't know if you found out about the candy area. The candy area, although it's very enticing, there's usually not really good deals for the candy that's in there. Like it's dangerous because you can very quickly run the bill way high because you grabbed, a handful of this candy and a handful of that candy and then, a pack of this candy. The 10 for $1.25, right? Right? I mean, I'm just saying. We went into a mall in Austin, Texas, and in the store in Austin, Texas, they had one of those candy places where they had jelly beans and chocolate covered whatever, and I mean, and pixie dust and ring pops and whatever. Like they had every kind of candy imaginable. They had a wall full of jelly beans, just jelly belly jelly beans, just a wall full of them. And like they were, whatever, 8.95 a pound or whatever. And the kids went in there and they said, "Ooh, can we get some candy?" Yes, pay by the pound kind, yes. They said, "Oh, can we get some candy?" I'm like, "Sure, go get some candy, whatever, you know." Knock your lights out. How bad could it be? 100 and something dollars later in candy. Yeah, 100 and something dollars in candy because we ended up doing like they all had to have like a pound plus of jelly beans. They all had to have a pound plus of chocolate. Me and the missus went through and got a couple of things for ourselves that we would have liked. By the time we'd walked out, it was like either at 100, just at 100, or just over 100. It was like close to $100 worth of candy. And I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. $100 worth of, but what you gonna do? It was still fun. Like we still had a good time, and everybody enjoyed it. And like the kids were littler, younger. They were still like teenage plus ish, right around there. So they're, trading candy back and forth. And, and my youngest was in the military and that's who we were going to see. So she was trying to figure out what she was going to be able to bring back, like that kind of stuff. But it's all good. All good. It's all easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ooh, Catwoman. That's a good one. Oh, I got to do that for goat. Mmm, candy. I had some Mike and Ike's earlier today. I am a candy fan, yes. Indeed, I am a candy fan. I need to stop. I'm making Andy buy me something Friday. Well, I mean, it is your birthday, right? Isn't that sweet tooth? That'll be the death of me, I swear. Well, I mean, I don't eat candy every day. I forgot already. I don't eat candy every day, right? Like I don't have candy every day. I don't have chocolate every day. I do like candy, and I like to have candy every now and again. I like more of the. I'm more of a. I like Sour Patch Kids, jelly beans, Mike and Ike's. Like I like stuff like that. Blow pops, whatever. I like all them kind of good things. I can do chocolate. Certain chocolates I like. Certain chocolates I don't like. Hit or miss on some of them, but not every day. But not every day. So I mean, have candy every now and again. It ain't gonna kill that sweet tooth. Shit. Unless you have like if you're having it every day, that's different, right? Like that's different. What are we making today? Well, I made a coaster. This close one is a coaster. We could flip it around in a minute. It's a Star Wars coaster. And the upper one is a mythosaur skull. Oh, I like that a lot. That's nice and big. I do like it. That needs some painting though. Uh, yes, that needs some painting. We're gonna save that though. And the top one is a mythosaur. Let me see if I can show you what we got. All right, so here is that's the Star Wars one. So that's this one, or that's this one, and it should be done. And the one up top is, and it should almost be done. It should almost be done. It says about 13 minutes. I think it's got less than that. It looks like it's got less than that, so we'll see. We'll let them come off the printer. And I'll wait till we're done before we I'll wait until we get done before doing the do. Marvel Nessa was showing what you made for her. I was so jealous. We had such a good time. That was such a ball. You know, that was really fun. Not gonna lie, we had such a good time. We had such a good time. I didn't know we were doing show and tell today. She didn't tell me. She did not let me know that. I had no idea. Oh my goodness, I did hit the button on that one. Son of a bitch. I bet I wish I could have gone, but I'm broke. Yeah, I feel you. I'm broke too. But luckily, because they picked Nashville, which for me worked in my favor because Nashville's only like an hour and a half from me drive time. So I didn't have to get a hotel. If I was going to have to get a hotel somewhere, I probably wouldn't have been able to go. Honestly, I'm 100%. I get you. I 100% get you. So, but they picked Nashville. And again, Nashville literally it's like 90 miles from here. So it's not even a full tank of gas trip, you know? I'm all the way in Texas. You're not anywhere near Houston, huh? You stay out of that bad weather. Fingers crossed. My buddy was near it. He said it got a little hairy for a little while. But he said they everybody fared well. So nope, Dallas Fort Worth. I got you. Okay, tenfold. Roger Dodger. Yeah, I don't. Was still heavy here. Yeah, I don't. I'm a. I'm a New Orleans native. And I grew up in New Orleans. And I'm 54 years old, so I've been around a little bit. Back in the day for the really bad hurricanes, up through all these normal hurricanes that came through, and then I lost my house for Katrina. So I don't want to impose any type of shit like that on anybody because people don't understand. Like people just don't get the aftermath of what goes on if you lose your house, or if you lose all your shit. You're 7 years older than me. Yeah. Well, I mean, but just people don't get it. Like people don't understand that. And if you have to be in an area prone to things that happen to understand it. Like, people throughout Tornado Alley understand tornadoes. Like we have tornadoes now. Like I have had to leave and cut stream early because the sirens were going off in the backyard because a tornado was within a 5-mile radius of our area. Like it's been like that. But we have never, knock on wood, we're good. We hadn't had nothing happen. We didn't have anything. Like I shut stream down. We took the kids. Everybody got in the shelter. I knowing after going through Katrina and dealing with the bullshit involved with Katrina, when we moved to where I'm at right now in a tornado prone area, the first thing we did when we got here was put a shelter in the garage in the ground. So we have a place to go. Tornado warnings scared the shit out of me, right? Like, I mean, it's ominous, especially when lightning is lighting up the sky and stuff. It's a very ominous, terrible shit, right? Reminds me of when the first tornado went through downtown Fort Worth. Yeah, well, so the first thing we did when we moved here was I told my wife, I said, I don't give a shit. One of the first things we're doing is we're putting in a shelter, and we did, and it cost me $5,000. Best $5,000 investment into a house ever, because it gives us a little bit of peace of mind because we have a shelter in the ground. It's not a stand-up shelter. They said if you're going to do a stand-up shelter, you need to make sure you have enough underneath it for it to hold on to. Otherwise, it's no good either. It'll get blown away. So, and people don't take that into effect. So, dig it, put it in the ground. Not only is it in the ground, it's transversely anchored into the slab from the underside, and then it's backfilled with cement all the way around. It's a gigantic metal box, 360-degree, surrounded by cement in the ground, in the ground in the garage. So that was the first thing we did. So we have that, and we have that now. And I made when my parents came up, because we brought my parents up, I told my dad the same thing. He goes, I'm not getting a shelter. I said, I give a shit. You're putting a shelter in the garage. You're getting one like we got, and you're putting it in the ground. I don't care if it's for you or not. You don't have to get in it. Mom's gonna get in it because she's smarter than you are. Like, so I made them put that in the ground, and in the same thing in the garage, because it's a requirement, because you don't want to try to get to the public shelter, because I mean, you don't have that, you don't have that kind of time unless you plan on just hanging out there all day. We're in a basement, so we have a fighting chance. If you're in a basement and you put yourself in either the bathroom or a closet, something that's framed up with a frame around it for the door. I mean, that's as good as you can hope for. You know, like for us, the reason we wanted to put it in the garage and in the ground was so that we would have a fighting chance. Because once you get in that shelter, if the tornado takes everything, like you see it sometimes, it just takes everything away. It just lifts everything off the foundation and takes it with it. And when you look back there, all you see is a slab where the house was. Everybody's seen it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Well, if that happens, we still going to be in the box in the ground. Because it's not going to pull the box up off the ground, and the wind's not going to get underneath it and carry it. That's none of those are going to happen. And if the house falls on top of it, I even have the means to egress, because I have a come along. The kit comes with a come along, and you have a come along point on the back of the shelter and a come along point on the door. And if need be, you can come along that door open to make so you can get out of the shelter. And I have the means to get out of the shelter even more. I keep that in there with some MREs and some blankets and some water. Like, we keep all of that down there. And when it gets really, really hairy, you get in the shelter. You don't have to stay in there long. I mean, tornadoes pass relatively quickly. Most of them are moving pretty fast. Not only most of them are moving fast, they're moving right along. Most of them are. So, I mean, it's not too bad. I don't think. But and again, I think it's a $5,000 investment. It's an addition. It's an addition to the house that adds value to the house, because you could say, you have a house with a shelter in it, ready to go. And if you don't like it as a shelter, it's a built-in. You could make it a built-in wine cellar if you like, because it's always cool, and it's always cool in the box, even in the summertime. Or you could make it. A root cellar. I mean, because again, it's always dark, it's always moist. Spiders fucking love it. Let's look at some of these prints. Let me flip this one over and see how it came out. Oh, how good. I like hot. Me definitely likey that. I really like that it also picks up the print from the plate. I really like that. I like that. I've got one that's gonna say "at spot beam" across the whole plate on a smooth plate like that. So if I print something, especially if I'm gonna print something to send to somebody, the bottom of it'll say "at spot beam" across the whole thing, just repeated across the bottom. Where I'm from, they are fallout shelters. Yeah, well, and again, mine is definitely not a fallout shelter. It is a tornado protection shelter because it's not. It's definitely it's got ventilation, but not that kind of ventilation. So it is what it is, and that's okay. I mean, there's nothing to that. Like I said, out here it's pretty straightforward. You're either going to get a fiberglass, you're going to get one of those fiberglass bowls with a set of stairs. It looks like a giant bong when it's on a truck going down the street. If I were to refer it to something, they would they bury those in the ground only up to where the neck of the bong would be. The door is on the stairs going down into the shelter. We live by a test facility, so it was mandatory. Oh wow! Back in the day, shelters. Nice, very nice, nice. That other one doesn't have much at all. And I love the way that this didn't even stick to the plate. It just when the plate cooled off, it let go. That's why I really, really like that plate. I should probably start working on the other side of it too, because the other side I think is starry. It popped off nicely, it did. "Ooh, I want one." Oh, the coaster? I mean, the coasters are nice. I think along from, we're working on incorporating stuff into channel point redeems, and I think we're gonna do, like I'm gonna do logo redeems is gonna be one value, and I could do these too, like, I could do coasters. We could do a set of coasters, either pre-made some, because I also have let's not forget the current rendition of the fact that I am playing Fallout. So I can do stuff like this, and I think we're gonna add stuff like this to the channel point redeem thing to do either, we could do just do either a custom coaster or like I said, a pre-made or a pre-thought model on it. I mean, the options almost limitless. Not 100% limitless, but almost limitless. That one up there is almost done. Oh, what's that I do say? I think it stopped printing. We're gonna let it cool for a minute. Oh, Bartman. See? Bartman coaster. They have so many coasters. We'll wait. We'll wait. No worries. Yeah. Yeah. Can't do anything about it. I agree. 100%. Well, welcome back. Let's go. Yeah, I don't they changed the way they do the commercial layout setup. So basically they pigeonhole you into a corner. Literally, they pigeonhole you into a corner. Either I can turn down the pre-roll, which means the mid-roll. Well, welcome back. What I was saying is like they pigeonhole you, right? I could get rid of the pre-roll, which means you wouldn't see one when you get here, but then that makes the mid-roll and the three-quarter rolls longer. And then it looks like you're just being it looks like you're being like an ad hound because the mid rolls are then very long and they're like 6 or 7 ads, and I can't stand that. I tried turning them down, and then they did an update, and then as soon as the update comes out, they crank them back up. Basically, you have to choose between either doing pre-roll, which I like to do because like my first set of I do the first set of commercials while I'm on my still starting screen. So like I let those go before I even come in. And then that means I have a minute and a half worth of ads a little bit into the stream, and then I have a minute and a half worth of ads at the back end of the stream or at the back end of that hour. And then so it's 3 minutes per hour. So it's really not that much. Because I do pre-roll and then it's 3 minutes per hour thereafter. So you get used to it. I always get the longer commercials. Never have one than less than a minute. Well, and again, unless they specifically roll ads early or late, then that's different. Because like some of the big streamers, like Jake, Grenader Jake, he'll run the ads when he takes his break to keep from having them in between that and the next break. But when he runs those ads, they're like 3 minute ads when he runs them. So and that's to make sure that they run while he's gone or whatever. Just is what it is. We'll I'm gonna pull this other one off the plate. I'll bring it over here. It's got some supports and stuff on it too. So I'll bring the whole plate over here though. Hey. Oh, look at that bad boy. That bad boy. Huh? Buzz enough. Buzz, look. Hard to say. Not a lot. Oh, I'm telling you. Go on there. There we go. Now let's see how well or badly is it going to come off of here. There's also glue on here. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's a good sound. Kinda. Let's work it. Just work it a little bit. There we go. Just work it a little bit. There we go. Break loose. There we go. I had a lot of glue on here, to be honest. There, oh, there we go. She let go, y'all. Yeah, this is on there pretty good. Oh, there we go. All right. I really need to clean this build plate pretty well. Let's go. All right, I got to get the pieces off of it, and then I'll do a better. Let me peel some of this off, and I'll put it on that other camera. That other camera picks up better. I have so many lights in front of me here. This white gets very, very played out. Let's go. That actually come out pretty good though. A lot. I gotta. I told you about the about getting the. I mean, anytime you can get supports to come off clean like that, I mean, you're doing good stuff. Because if your supports ain't set right and they stick into the side of the model, oh, it's such a pain. I really like how they made some of the new support systems. Again, if you don't have one, get a deburring tool. I'm telling you, because like all of the leftover flashing that's on here from the brim, I'm telling you, we're just gonna hit it there, like that. We're gonna hit this underside one time, like that. We're gonna hit the side, that. There we go. Right, go. Hit it there. Hit it there. There we go. Yep. We're gonna hit it there. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, getting one of these little deburring tools will save you just so much time, effort, and headache, especially if you do anything with if you do anything with a lot of like brim work. Like this will eliminate some of your headaches, I promise. Wow, this is a very nice model. I kind of like it, to be honest. All right, let me get the pieces of plastic picked up around me. Like I said, these are super cheap too. Super, super cheap. All right, let me see if I can get you a better. Got my little curly cues up. Let me see if I can get you a better picture on this camera here. All right. Yeah, I like it. I think it came out great, actually. And that's going to leave us right here because it's already after 10. I don't want to be up super late tonight. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I like the lamp. The Harry Potter lamp looks good. That looks real good. Hell yeah. All right, let's see where we're going to go, guys. Let me Tanya, thank you. Good night. I feel like I was going to tell you something earlier and I forgot. That's okay. I've been scatterbrained all day today. It's okay. No worries. Thanks for hanging out as always. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. Let's go see if we can raid into somebody. Let me see if anybody's doing some printing. Moses is probably going to get ready to get out of here shortly if I had to guess. Well, he's going to go to the end of those benchies, I'm sure. Um I'm going to bring it back around to Nessa cuz I want her to I want to know what she was telling people about my printing. So we may just roll it around that way. I didn't know it was show and tell day. I wish she would have told me. I would have paid attention. I would have paid attention, dang it. I would have paid attention. Nessa's so fun. She's very fun. She's always a joy. Always a joy. We'll go bring it over there. Tomorrow we'll be on Destiny. It's Tuesday. It's Raid Reset Day. Wednesday will likely be Wasteland Wednesday if I had to guess. Oh, okay. I'll have to ask her when show and tell is because she said she was gonna show it at the she said she was gonna show it. That's what I said. I said, man, I missed it. So it's no worries. It was her TikTok. Oh, okay. No worry. Yeah, I did see that. She tagged me in that. But it don't matter. We're still gonna bring it around to her because again, she's just having a good old time. If you did, I did too. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. So tomorrow we'll do some Destiny. We'll try the Pantheon again. We're not making great progress on it, but we're getting better a little bit at a time every week. Wednesday we'll do some Wasteland Wednesday with Fallout. And Friday is going to still be up in the air. Yeah, we did a little bit of half and half last Friday. Did a little Call of Duty, a little and then a little Wasteland. So yeah, I mean Destiny's still here. It's the new expansion starts early June. So like June, the reset happens in June. But we'll be on tomorrow with some Destiny. Have a great night. I love you all. Peace.